What's been the most like live show that you have performed? Like where you really felt like the crowd's just like jamming, it's going.
It's gonna have to go for me. Psychic Reader. Psychic Reader was that's when we first started this band a couple years back. And our friends moved into this house that used to be a palm reading shop. So it had this big sign in the front that said Psychic Reader, right on Lombard. It wasn't around anything, so we just went all night. We had bands hit us up from all over, and those guys put together the shows. And so, I don't know, when we would play, it'd just be a totally packed basement, and everybody was into it.
When did you all meet each other and start performing? Like, if you can bring it back, did you go to school together, or is it a thing?
This is a great long story. So I'll just go right into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Tom take it.
Jarrett and I went to college together at Willamette University, did music stuff together, and then we got hired on at this church to play music. Salem First Pres. Shout out Salem First Pres.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they paid $50 a week, and that covered our bar tab for the night.
We did it for the money. None of us are religious anymore. But so we played. Jared and I were there for about a year, and Aaron was there the whole time. And we thought he was a super duper church square, so we never talked to him. Jared and I would roll in hungover every day, if not worse.
Did you just dive in right into like going to shows and like trying to talk to people as far as performance goes, or?
Go ahead.
Well, I was playing in Yaquina Bay, so we were still gigging, not so much in Portland, but still gigging around, and we put out a record right after I moved up. So we did that for a little bit, and then 6 months after that is when we started jamming first. We just started kind of messing around. But
in no time we had 5 or 6 tunes.
And no band name.
Yeah.
And so that was the kind of early steps, and then after that started happening, we started going to shows and then hitting it. And then
the blessing was the Psychic Reader that we talked about earlier, was because these bands would hit up the Psychic Reader page just rolling through town, and they would need an opener.
Mm-hmm.
So we would play 2, maybe 3 times a month, opening for all these other bands. So we would work on a song Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we would play it live on Saturday.
Passionate from miles away, passive with the things you say, passive up on my own ways, I can't blame you now. No, no.
All right, we're gonna move to the Cali Cap now. So I could ask questions all day, but you say you live with each other, but how well do you actually know each other? So I've come up with an array of random sorts of questions for one of you to pick out of the cap, and then ask one of your bandmates to see what their response may be.
Tight.
It can go in any order, in a particular way. I just ask that not to throw 5 questions at the same person. Try to liven up a bit. So I'm just gonna toss that over to you, and you may pick any of which you may question from the Cali Cap.
Alrighty. I'll pass this on for future reference. All right. This is a question for Aaron. Aaron plays guitar and is the lead singer in Butter. He's a good, dear friend of mine. Lovely roommate, great person. Let's find out What scent of wood entices his nostrils most?
I'm gonna have to go with cedar.
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 I'm gonna have to go with cedar.
Yeah.
I used to always shy away from the spotlight before I knew better. I thought that raising my voice made me feel like I was a beggar. Then you strode into the room, you rose me from my tomb. You showed me how a seed might one day bloom. I couldn't understand, I didn't think back then that I would give a damn. And you said, don't just stand there, freak out. Look at how we put on a show. Don't be so scared to freak out and dance here with somebody who knows how to twist ourselves together under slippers of moonlight. Show me how to let it all go. Our tonight could last forever if forever feels right. Tell me, 'cause I just wanna know.
I don't do much cooking.
That's fair. I at all. Just no cooking.
We do eat a
I
lot
don't-
of
I don't do
ramen,
much.
a lot of pasta.
I know how to boil water.
But well, okay. So this is
That's me personally.
This is
That's
a secret that's been kept in our house for far too long. It needs to be told to the world. Thomas Shipley, our bass player here, is a huge fan of Omaha steaks. Online deliveries of Omaha steaks.
It's the Midwest Blue Apron.
It's
That's what it
fucking
is.
unbelievable. Look at coolers full of meat on our
They
front
sucker
porch.
me in every time I'm drunk. I get a new deal. It's like they know I'm drunk, and then it's just like,
It's
here's
vicious.
$90 worth of meat.
It's
I
vicious.
can't help but pull it.
It comes in like this huge. It comes in like a chest that they used to give, like they transport organs for transplant. You know what I mean? Like
They put their hearts into their meats, everyone.
Oh,
Like,
God.
They really like.
They
there's
do.
blood,
Literally
sweat,
and figuratively,
steaks
yeah.
in this chest coming on.
How to twist ourselves together under slippers of moonlight. Show me how to let it all go. Our tonight can last forever if forever feels right. Tell me, 'cause I just wanna know. Oh, to freak out.
So tell me, Thomas, how do you like your eggs? And what's the best toast choice for those eggs?
Like my eggs over easy on a nice medium rare steak or pork chop.
We don't need any toast around here. Let's get us
What's your
Omaha
preferred brand of
steak.
steak?
Omaha.
Or pork
Omaha
chops.
steak. No, sourdough toast. Sourdough toast for sure.
That's a.
All right.
Yeah, you can't hate.
But
that
if you
shit.
get all three of those, you're waddling home. You're waddling home. You're not walking. You're waddling. Well, this one goes out to Jarrett because he's a handy fellow. If our band were a Swiss Army knife, what instrument on the knife would you be?
Corkscrew. Next question.
Corkscrew. Thank you so much, Butter, for joining us here for House Blend.
Thanks
you
for
guys
having us.
so
Yeah.
much for having us.
been a
man.
blast.
This was incredible.
Do you have anything you wanted to part with to the world while you're here? Final
Check us out. Website butter.band. I'll do the plugs. I don't
Do it.
I don't care. Butter.band. You can find us at Butter PDX on all the social medias. Search us on Spotify or iTunes or Tidal or I don't know, Amazon if you use that, whatever it is. Butter.
.band.
.band.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight with Butter here in Portland, Oregon. Saying good night, all humans. My name is Cali Krajcik, and this is House Blend.